way I like to organize the flashcards in my classroom. Got my band flashcards all up here on the hooks, and then starting here I've got my orchestra ones. There's violin, through viola, and cello, and of course bass. If you buy the StepWise Flash Cards individually, they'll look like this. They'll have this kind of cover with some white, all the cards will be white cardstock, and then there'll be some colored cards in the back with the activities on them. But you can also buy a master set for yourself, a reproducible set, and make as many copies as you want. Then you can choose your own colors, use cardstock or regular paper, and you can make your own sets of flashcards. Now these 1-inch book rings, they come apart like this, so you can take the cards apart and pull out whatever cards you want to focus on that day. For example, let's say it's the beginning of the year, so I just want to start with the heart cards. All the cards with the hearts will be the first 5 notes that they learn on their instruments. So I've pulled out all the cards that have a heart on them. There's the 5 cards, and here's the rest of the pile that the kids will learn later after they've mastered these first 5. Now they can look at this side of the card, of course, and guess the note name, or the fingering, but I like to have them start with the back side of the card facing them so they can see what fingerings to use on these first 5 notes. So these cards are now arranged on the music stand from lowest to highest, the beginning of their D major scale, and I can have the kids just play it in that order. And of course then I don't have to worry about telling the basses what their fingerings are, because they're different from violin and viola, and the cellos are different also, but I just say, okay, play your first card, play your second card, play your third card. And then I might say, take your second card and put it at the end, and we're just going to practice going between these 2 notes, the 5th card and this new card we put next to it, and we practice going from A to E and back to A and back to E. Now you can see that the flashcards are all marked with these shapes. And there's 3 different shapes for different groupings of notes for the beginners. The heart is the first 5 notes, the triangle is the first 13 notes that they learn in most method books, and the circle is a chromatic scale, 13 notes there. And then we have 6 other shapes that are used for 6 different major scales. And so you can have the kids easily pull out the cards with different shapes on them. Before you even tell them they're going to learn a scale, you can have them pull out all the smiley face cards, for example. Put them on their music stand in order, and they can see the fingerings, you can drill them, play them, they can quiz each other on them, and then you say, well, you've just learned the G major scale. The StepWise flashcards come with 8 different activities that the students can do with each other in class, or they can do it with their parents at home. The parents don't even have to know anything about music, but they can help their student through these activities get better at learning their notes and mastering their fingerings. Well, there's a brief introduction to the StepWise flashcards. They were developed by a teacher, for teachers, for use in the classroom and at home. I think you will find them to really help your students master their notes and their fingerings like they never have before.